who cares most about cost of customer acquisition? Like, you know, this thing that we've brought to the physical world and the thing that everyone is used to seeing on digital advertising. Well, it's people who are, you know, in the exact same position as we are. They raised a round. They're being measured month over month, quarter over quarter on performance. They're trying to figure out a way to increase that gross margin, reduce costs, and do something unique and creative that no one else is doing. So we sort of, once we realized that that type of sale was resonating with these like younger D2C CPG brands, we leaned really heavy into it. And we didn't forget about the agencies, but it informed a new way to get the agency's attention while we were building scale. And what I mean by that is, if you look at the history of any other media channel, influencer marketing, podcast marketing, the story that plays out is the challenger brands did something innovative and unique and were the first movers on these new advertising channels. And then inevitably over time, the Fortune 500s look around at these challenger brands eating market share from them. And they go, what are these brands doing differently? Can we replicate it, or do we need to just buy them? And in both of those instances, podcast marketing, influencer marketing, they end up eventually jumping into the mix or jumping into that advertising medium. And then they flood it with they flex that giant ad budget that they have, and they box out the challenger brands from being able to even play in that space. Like, I don't know about you, but I was listening to a podcast earlier today, and McDonald's is now the advertising bit at the beginning. That's a crazy realization, but also something that reaffirms my belief that if we can make a strong base with the people that actually really care about the tech and the data, what will eventually happen is we'll be able to attract the larger clients who are getting tired of watching their market share being eaten away. And admittedly, those people probably don't even care about the cool data and tech that we're doing, because they're never going to let us put pixels on their website because they're publicly traded and it would be dangerous for them to expose that information to us. So I think it was a long evolution of trying to find who our hero or champion is, but we found the sweet spot. And what's really nice about the Founder Network is it's so tight. And when you do something with one person and you try to sell someone else, the first thing they do is they call up that founder and say, hey, how did this work for you? And that goes back to my statement that you sell trust first, media second. So I think we've done a really good job nurturing trust with all of these younger CPG brands, such that when someone does make that call, you can almost guarantee that someone's going to vouch for you or go to bat